1089 Tip. For News Talk KCRG, I'm Steve Smith on KIX 102.5.
Partly sunny and breezy this afternoon with highs nearing 80. A slim chance of storms tonight with lows in the upper 40s. Still a chance of storms tomorrow with highs in the mid-60s. And for Wednesday, partly sunny skies, highs nearing 67.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar showing a few clouds over the 4 states.
59 in Birdie, 63 in Pittsburgh, 64 in Joplin. They get signed up for severe weather alerts. Set to the KIX app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge. Today we're featuring Tyler from Chanute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, Tyler. And if you'd like your kids to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, just go to KIX1025.com and go to the Morning KIX page and click on the button there to find out how to upload your audio.
We've got your tickets to go see Kane Brown and Jackson Dean at Downstream Casino Resort on July 3rd.
But you've only got another 15 minutes or so to get signed up by texting the word tickets to 623-1025.
Because we're going to find out the winner at 7:20.
Here's Parker McCullum.
Burn it down.
On the 4 states, #1 for country.
Burn it down.
I don't think you should, Jen.
You got to burn it down,
I'll make you wet
Randy.
the
All
bed.
the way. Ew, Randy.
KIX 102.5. I don't make the rules. I just report on them. Boy, you are orange today.
Oh, I am. Wow, I am very.
You ought to have your liver checked out.
Where are we? Oh, I'm on the wrong. I'm on Jennifer at ZRI, not KIX. That makes a big difference.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Hey, Randy.
Hey, what's up, Will? Yeah, we're having a lot of trouble with the text service texting people back. For your phone provider has apparently prevented us from texting messages to you because it sees us as a spam source. So there's a way, some way with your cell phone provider to turn that off so that you can still receive messages from us. But we don't know what that is or how to do it.
Okay, I'm still.
You are still entered. We can see your name on there, so you're good to go. Thanks.
I will.
Couldn't talk there for a minute. I was like, your words.
Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Tiffany.
Yeah, got a whole
Morning,
bunch
Megan.
of people.
Yeah, we have a ton of entries.
I'm going to send this.
No emojis, guys. If you use emojis or punctuation or whatever, it throws off the entry.
I'm going to start making an announcement on the air. You will not receive an email or a text message back from us. You may not, because this is affecting so many people and nothing's being done about it. So
I don't understand what the holdup is.
I do.
Every time we do anything on texting, we get people asking about it.
Yeah.
Every single time.
I know what the holdup is.
I'm happy to call studio text if need be.
I'm from now on, everything I do.
Yeah. Morning, Kathy. Enter the word tickets, and that'll get you entered to win Kane Brown and Jackson Dean tickets July 3rd at Downstream Casino. Just the word tickets.
Okay. Is there anybody who got a confirmation text message? We know it's working for some, like it works for me.
Works for me. Let me text. I'll text her
Let's
right
just
now.
double check.
Yeah, it worked for me. Yeah, because you're leaving us, Sheila. Jimmy, good morning. How was everyone's weekend? Ew, gross. It has my full name on there. Sure, Tiffany. Who's your provider? That would be very helpful. Thank you. I see Megan's entry. We just got that one. You've got Verizon. As far as I know, Verizon's been working, but
Yeah.
I'm still curious. Yep, I got your text, Tiffany. I see it right there. I see Kathy's. Jim got a response because he texted back, yay, smiley emoji. See, Will has AT&T.
Yeah, and I'm wondering who. So far, it seems to be an AT&T thing.
It's primarily AT&T that we've heard from people having issues. Did you get a response, Tiffany?
So now that I've included somebody else on this, I bet something happened now.
I hope
It's just
so.
ridiculous that that's what I have to do. But
Kathy did not get a response, and she's AT&T as well.
I'm pretty sure this is an AT&T thing. So far, that's what we seem to have found. My question is, what's been addressed with the service provider? I don't believe a phone call's ever been made to them. And that's what bothers me.
Yeah.
You know, I've complained about this multiple times since way back before Radiothon, since the last contest that we did. Still nothing's been done about it. So I'm getting a little squeakier.
Wait, you did not get a response, Tiffany?
I would text these people back, but
Well, we see everybody's names. You're in there. You're just not getting the text back. Got 30 seconds.
Tiffany, who are you with? Are you with AT&T?
Verizon, she said.
She's with Verizon and didn't get anything back. So it's not just the provider. That would be nice if we could say, well, it's all AT&T users, but that's not the case then.
Oh, but when she tries again, she does get the you can only enter once response. What the heck?
Look at that contest and make sure that it is sending a...
It is, because I texted tickets and I got congratulations, you're entered. 5 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the four states number one for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 710.
Partly sunny and breezy today with highs nearing 80. It's 64 in Joplin.
So we're getting you signed up right now to win Kane Brown tickets to go see him on July 3rd at Downstream Casino Resort with special guest Jackson Dean.
If you want to win these tickets, all you've got to do is text the word tickets to 623-1025 to get entered to win.
Normally, you know, when you text, you get the response message that says, congratulations, you've signed up. But there seems to be an issue with some cell phone providers that are preventing us from texting you back, whether they see it as a spam or whatever the reason is. We want to let you know that if you text the word tickets, you are signed up. We're getting your text message, even though you can't necessarily receive messages back from us.
So make sure that you are texting the word tickets. Just tickets, no emojis or punctuation or anything. Just tickets to 623-1025.
Strange photos of grandma.
Please don't
None
do
of
that. I don't want to see grandma.
No,
Put grandma away.
Listen, Larry, that's the third time, and that's got to be enough, okay?
We're going to find out the winner in just 8 minutes.
Here's Eli Young Band.
On KIX 102.5.
Larry and his grandma.
Did the texting during the Radiothon work?
Huh?
Megan wants to know if it worked during Radiothon.
What worked?
Texting.
Did we do texting?
Mm-hmm.
What did we do? I know we sent out a...
Send the word hope, and we'll text you back a link.
Oh.
It didn't work.
No, it didn't, did it?
Nope.
Well, and I don't think anybody addressed that at that time. Did they?
I don't believe so.
No. So it's just been kind of pushed to the back, and it's one of these things that's been relegated, and I'm tired of being relegated, so I'm getting in front of some people's faces that I know will help affect something being done about it. I'm predicting something is done this week.
I'm not seeing yours yet, Jimmy.
Here's a weird thing we've been trying to figure out this weekend. So Jen sent me a text showing me, we put up a lot of stuff for you guys to engage with and for you to see and to inform you about and entertain you. We did a new podcast on Friday.
We did a new Morning KIX karaoke on Friday.
That's right. There was stuff about the Mupp Madness going on this weekend. We did a topic on Friday, talking about cell phone horror stories and everything that got 5 comments. But we also did the weekend watch list, which is something we do every week that kind of tells you some of the bigger shows that's going to be on television over the weekend. Talked about the new season of The Tourist, which I've not started yet, but I'm looking forward to. Spaceman, that's the new Adam Sandler movie about him being in outer space. It looks really weird. But we put this stuff up, and it went
kind of crazy.
Almost not viral, but it went crazy. 82 likes. How many views?
16,000 views.
16,000 views in less than 24 hours. What the heck?
I don't know. There were no hashtags on it or anything. I don't know.
Anything. So, I don't know what that's about. I did watch Napoleon over the weekend. It came out on Friday. I watched that. It was all right. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be with Joaquin Phoenix and his weirdness. His weirdness was there, and it was all over the place. And the whole story between him and Josephine. The French people are so weird. They're just weird, especially from that time period. They're so eat up with themselves. Literally, when you look at it from a broad view, studying French, did you study the French Revolution?
No.
Okay, you need to, because they go from having a king and a queen, they decide, hey, we don't like that. In fact, they're enemies of the state, so they go and kill all of them. I forget, it was 40,000 some people were executed on the guillotine within the period of about 10 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was, in the 1700s, so it wasn't like they had mass police forces going around. This was the citizenry going around, mass mayhem, craziness. Well, then they decided the organizers of this event were corrupt. So guess what they did with them?
Did they execute them?
They cut off their heads. So then guess what they did? They decided they needed some sort of authoritarian power and control to keep this. So they made a new king. And then they sent him away to exile because they decided, nope, that didn't work out. And then he came back, and there's like, yeah, we miss him. And just stupid. You see this in the way they design things. Look at the French automobiles, which, French, besides the Renault company, there's also Citroën, and there's a few others.
I'm stopping the contest. We got to make a call.
Okay. They're just weird. It's a very, very strange culture.
All right. I'm having them pick a winner right now.
Oh, do it. Do it, Jen.
I am.
Okay. Let's find out who the winner is. Did you? You win.
Okay. There you go. You see him?
Yes, I do. Okay, you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
Get ready.
I'm not ready. Hold on.
I'm turning this stuff on so that we can have a ding ding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, quiet. Hello, who is this?
This is Kelsey Norwood.
Kelsey Norwood. Do you know why I'm calling you? Well,
Do you know who this is?
Really know either. Why are we calling Kelsey?
Oh, this is 102.5.
That's right. That's what it is. And you've won tickets to go see Kane Brown, Kelsey. Congratulations. You are going to be going to see him along with Jackson Dean in concert July 3rd at Downstream Casino Resort.
Tell us he's the 4 states number 1 for country.
102.5.
Say KIX 102.5, Kelsey.
KIX 102.5.
There we go.
Fabulous. All right, Kelsey, it looks like all I need is your street address.
1735 South Palomino, Palomino Road,
All right, Kelsey. So we've got these tickets in-house, so you can pick them up Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and we'll have them ready for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Yay.
You know who this is? You know who this is? You know who this is?
I don't really know either. Why are we calling Kelsey, Jen?
For money.
It's too late. Let's try to do that again.
Sorry, I'm getting her stuff in her. Okay.
I don't really know either. Why are we calling her?
For money.
Oh.
927.91. For money.
Oh, this is 102.5.
Fix that.
This is 102.5.
That's right. That's what it is. And you?
What?
Kelsey Norwood. Kelsey Norwood. You know why I'm calling you? You know why I'm calling you?
You're not.
Dang it.
Oh, boy. She was a first-time winner.
Oh my God! Congratulations! That's so exciting. Thank you.
You were going to be going to the casino resort.
Awesome. KIX.
Okay. Done and done. Now, guys, we're going to be doing this all week long, all day long, every day this week. So MJ's going to be giving them away. Brett's going to be giving them away. It's going to happen every day. So be sure and listen for your chance to text the word tickets. And you will get signed up even if you don't get a text message back. But we are working on that. I'm working really hard to finally light a fire under some people to do something about it. Part of the problem is there's a certain flow in the chain of command that happens, and it stops at certain points and just kind of piles up there. So I'm putting a foot in the middle of that today, and I think something's going to finally happen, but unfortunately, not everybody moves the same speed that we do.
What did you do?
You can also do a preclusion when we pick a winner that it ignore winners, people who have won before.
Yeah, I do that.
Kind of handy.
I do that, yeah. Yeah. I just texted Morgan back. All right, we got 10 seconds. Here we go. 5.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Brandy and Jen, 720.
We'll see partly sunny skies this afternoon. Breezy as well. Highs nearing 80. It's 66 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 5 minutes.
So Kane Brown is coming to the 4 states, and on July 3rd, it's going to be a heck of a 4th of July show.
And it's going to be at Downstream Casino Resort with special guest Jackson Dean. And all you have to do this week to win tickets is listen for your chance to text the word tickets like we've been doing over the past hour or so.
And I think our system just picked a winner for us. You ready to call him?
I think I am. Do I use this finger to push the button with?
No, you use the other finger.
That doesn't seem right. Are
Randy,
you sure?
I know what I'm talking about. Don't put that finger
Seems
away.
nasty. Wait a
Randy.
minute.
For shame.
Pushing with the finger. There. One more. Okay.
Good job.
Thank you.
Hello,
Hello, who is this?
this is Kelsey Norwood.
Do you know why I'm calling you?
I do not.
I don't really know either. Why are we calling her?
For money.
Oh.
Oh, this is 102.5.
That's right. That's
good
what it is. And you've won tickets to go see Kane Brown, Kelsey.
Oh my God!
Congratulations.
That's so exciting. Thank you.
You are going to be going to see him along with Jackson Dean in concert July 3rd at Downstream Casino Resort.
Awesome.
Tell us he's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Mark is in the middle of the conversation now.
Good. And it's under Jimmy Stryker, right? Because I'm not seeing you, Jimmy. What did you think of Spaceman? Kathy watched it over the weekend. Picked up some Huckleberry moonshine. What does Huckleberry taste like? I don't think I've ever had a Huckleberry. You got to see my Kira, you lucky duck. Drum rolls, kids enjoyed the weather. Yeah, we spent hours outside on Sunday. Loved it. It was so nice. Morning, Carolyn. Was it a funny movie, Catherine? Catherine, Kathy? Good Lord, Kathy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we've got people texting us now. I'm not getting a response that I normally do.
Okay, where are those? We need to document. That seems to be the go-to response when you have an issue. Are you documenting it? Do you have documentation of it? Well, no, we don't.
Yeah, if you go down to Morgan Sprouse on the first page, she's wanted to make sure it's going through.
And I saw that it looks like you texted back. That's kind of pointless. They're not going to be able to get it.
Golly, you're right.
Yeah. So I'd seen the Morgan
Man.
one, and I did do a screenshot of that, but it's not going to do any good. How many did we get total? Because it doesn't look like we got many.
I don't know why it's showing up like that. We got like 100.
Okay. Well, on the today's messages, it only shows 12 total messages for me.
Make sure you toggle it over to show contests at the top.
Oh,
It has stopped
okay.
doing that.
That's weird.
Yes. I don't know why it's taken that out, but it has.
Huh. I wondered about that. I'm like, where is everyone? Yeah, they need to be getting a hold. The company needs to be addressing this issue. This is not my issue.
No.
This is the texting services issue.
Mm-hmm.
So fix it. Don't come to me and say, have you tried doing this? No, I don't want to try doing that. I want you to try doing something. I guess, I don't know. If nothing happens from this, then I will have to contact them.
It was a serious role?
Yeah, and I don't know. The Adam Sandler's been in a number of serious roles, and when he does, it's to mixed results. Did you see the one where he was the jeweler, the Jewish jeweler in New York City? It was a Netflix movie, much like this one, and he plays this Jewish guy who's having an affair on his wife. And I think it's a whole 24-hour period of this guy's life. And it ends with him getting murdered. Oh, ruined that for you. You don't want to watch the movie. It is brutal at the end, him getting killed. It is. He's got these mafia hitmen. They're small-time thug guys, but it's like this that are trying to strong-arm him. And he is trying to acquire this particular jewel. He's one of these slick, shady huckster guys. You know, they have the double locks on the doors as you come into the store. He's like on a 5th floor high rise. And when you get off the elevator, you go into a door, foyer area, and then they buzz you in once you're approved to come in.
Mm-hmm.
And he has numerous confrontations with.
Morning, Tabitha.
Heck?
Kathy says Spaceman's a great movie for couples.
It is?
Huckleberry tastes like all the amazing berries all combined. That sounds good.
Oh.
Oh, Jimmy, I just got your text. It says it was sent 5 minutes ago, weirdly enough. But I got it. It's there.
Got what? Where? What? I'm sorry.
We got Jimmy's text now. It showed up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're really having any trouble getting messages from people. It's just people getting messages from us. I believe it's pretty much AT&T customers.
Mm-hmm. Did I tell you I'm buying a house?
No, I don't think that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You first have to get a home inspection, and you're not going to have that done.
I did. I had it done a couple
you
Thursdays
did not.
ago.
Stop it.
They've already
We
done all
need
the fixes
something
and
for
stuff.
next Tuesday. So I'm looking ahead. We have the time change happening. And can you believe that's happening next weekend?
Oh my gosh. No,
Yeah.
it's this Sunday.
No, it's this Sunday. I'm sorry. So we need something after that because there's nothing happening then for the entire next week. Every day except for Monday and Friday, pretty much empty.
Mm-hmm.
If I'd had my way, we would have put the giveaway this week. Done a pre-promote and everything the way you're supposed to, but whatever.
I close on Friday.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to happen?
It's going to happen.
We're going to have to see what we can do about that.
Isn't that crazy?
I want to report that she's
I'm still
not
like,
had her home inspection yet.
stop it. I'm still like teetering the line of like, is this real? Is this really happening? Is this really going to
Be a
happen?
home opener.
Home opener?
Home opener.
Yeah, okay. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm super excited. We can go get fish bowls at the living room. Or maybe I'll have a housewarming party or something. I don't know. I'm just very excited to actually own a home. That's huge. And Kyle and I were going through figuring out, like we did a bunch of cleaning up and stuff this weekend and going through things and packing. And it was very surreal. Kyle dropped off a bunch of stuff at Goodwill, which is great. We had like the biggest size of a U-Haul truck. We had that filled completely top to bottom, front to back when we moved here from Kansas. And I don't want to do that again. That was terrible. So we're not taking the couch with us. We're not taking the baker's rack. What else are we not taking? We're getting a new bed frame. I think we're going to get a new mattress too. And we're going to size up to a king. We've got a queen right now, but me and Kyle and Nix, and I think a queen is just a queen's a little too small. Let's size up while we can. Spaceman is about a husband who breaks the promise he made to his wife, and a spider alien helps him discover his mess ups. A spider alien? Interesting. She turns 5 on Wednesday. Who said they were allowed to grow up? 5 is such a great age, though. A move-in plan? In what way?
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 731.
Here's Jason Aldean.
On KIX 102.5. So when are your move-in plan? When are you moving in?
We will start moving in very slowly next week.
Oh, so sad.
Why?
Why not just do it all at once?
Because technically we still have our rental.
No. Get out of
So
there.
we're gonna-
Don't you want in your new house?
I do, but we're just figured we'd take our time with it. Not
That's a mistake. That's a mistake.
why?
Do it, and get it done. What repairs do you need done? You have painting to do?
Mm-mm.
Not going to do any painting? Carpet? It's just right in.
Pretty much. It was very, very turnkey, which is what I wanted. I wanted something that we could just move into and start living. I didn't want to do a lot of work. Morning, Sabrina.
See, me, you're closing Friday. I would start when we closed on our house, was on a Friday. and we started moving in. In fact, I had the U-Haul already packed at the not at the title signing, but we had it being packed when we went over and signed the title, and we started moving in immediately. I went over and got in the U-Haul and started moving in that day. By the next day, Saturday evening, I was done. Furniture in place, pictures hung on the wall. Everything is exactly in the place. Well, pretty much the living room and the bedroom with where it is today.
That's very impressive.
Everything done. And we had a few minor things, but everything was pretty much done.
Yeah.
In fact, my wife hated me for a long time after that. She still does a little bit, but it's just general hate. Because we did it just nonstop and worked through the day. For one thing, I had a couple of guys helping me, and they were only there for a certain amount of time. In fact, they had to leave the next day. They put a door on one of the bathrooms for me, helped me out with that, and a few other things. But we got everything done in 24 hours.
You don't know how quickly we unpacked?
After you moved here?
We, in the process of getting ready to move to our new house, finally unpacked our last box for moving here.
How can you?
It was a big realization of, I guess we don't really need that stuff. We can just get rid of it. We're not going to use it for the last 2 years. You signed on your house on your birthday. That's a great birthday present. Yeah, that's fair. Kathy said that's how she moves.
How can you go to bed at night knowing that this stuff is not done? That would drive me crazy.
Very easily.
I'd be like, that's not
So my
finished.
big priorities were making sure the kids' rooms were good. I wanted them to have their spaces. And a lot of everything else was secondary. Here's 5 seconds.
Family Dental is on here. I don't have that ready yet. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Partly sunny and breezy today with highs nearing 80. It's 66 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast along with 4 states news in just 26 minutes.
And in the next hour, we want to hear your fired story.
Yeah, either the time you should have gotten fired or the time you got fired in epic fashion, and you walked out to a brass band playing and everything,
And
whatever that might be.
blaze of glory.
Blaze of glory. I like that. Yes. Angels were triumphal, over the top as you walked out of the door. And
So call or text to tell us that story, 623-1025.
But of course, it was the weekend. That means we had another assignment for. Should have said Jen's movie rehab, but, we're trying to save time. So this is where we assigned Jen a different movie to watch over the weekend because before coming to KIX, she had seen few, if any, movies. She didn't realize there was a thing called moving pictures.
I'm learning about it. I'm slowly but surely being rehabilitated.
We're putting them in front of her face every weekend.
It's true. Every Friday you give me a movie to watch. I watch it over the weekend, come back on Monday, rank it 1 to 10, let you know what I thought about it.
Usually it's really epic movies, big movies that everybody has seen or they've been like, I can't believe she hadn't seen that. But since Leap Day was last week, we thought we'd do the movie Leap Day, which is a little known but wonderful movie. And what did you think about it?
It reminded me of Hallmark movies in the best way. Like, it's very predictable. It's a romance movie. You know what's going to happen, but you still want to watch the entire story and see how it unfolds.
I don't think that's a fair comparison because the acting in this is not bad.
Well, I don't think the acting in Hallmark movies is all that bad either.
Contraire, mon frere.
Oh, come on.
It is horrendous. It's like watching your 3rd grade Thanksgiving
it's not.
pageant. Hallmark movie acting is horrible.
Okay, well, I thought the movie reminded me of a Hallmark movie in the best ways. I thought you had this really strong female character who's really driven and she knows what she wants and she's independent. And then you have this, really laid back guy that's like her total opposite. And they wind up falling in love together. And it's this really sweet story of, just getting out of your comfort zone and trying new things. And I thought it was cute. I really liked the chemistry of Amy Adams and Matthew Good together. Much more than I liked her and Adam Scott's chemistry, which I'm sure they did that on purpose.
So, see, here's the thing. Any guy listening right now is like, oh, mark that off my list to ever watch. I'm never watching that because of the way you just portrayed it. But listen, guys, there's also really, really awesome photography of the Irish countryside and Irish historical sites. And Amy Adams, she's not bad to look at. And she's a decent actress. And everybody in the movie seems to be able to act okay, and the storyline has a pretty good plot. It goes from A to B to C, and then finally D happens.
It is a really, really good story. Is it a classic movie? No, not really. It's not Top Gun or E.T. or anything.
But happens.
It's still a really good movie. So on a scale of 1 to 10, and I mean this in the best way, I'm going to give it a 7. Because it's a good movie. It's just not
fair.
like, top
it's
tier.
not going to win an Academy Award or anything.
No, nothing like that. But it's good.
If you want to make your lady happy or your significant other happy, watching a romantic, heartfelt movie, this is one you can watch and tolerate.
So what am I going to watch next weekend?
Oh, you'll find out. We're done with the romance movies for a
Randy,
while.
but I really like that.
Yeah, well, get over it.
Like, we'll find out what I'm watching on Friday for Jen's Movie Rehab.
On the 4 states, #1 for country, KIX 102.5. That's an accurate. D happens, folks.
Oh, man.
We have a D on the overnight.
Carolyn says, Randy could help you move and set you up.
I was going to offer that. That's what I was going to do if you needed help moving. But if she's going to do
He's
it on
going to decorate my house, too.
stretched out over 20 days, then I ain't going to do it.
Randy's house has looked the same since he moved in beside his bookshelf. But yeah, besides the bookshelf.
The bookshelf in the studio and the office, it pretty much has. We were talking about this last week when the carpets were being cleaned. Hold on. He said, is this because he was looking at the carpet, we'd moved the furniture off and you could see the footpaths. And he said, is this the only rotation you use for your furniture? And I said, yeah. And he goes, it kind of has to be, doesn't it? Because of the floor plan layout, there's nowhere else to put our sectional or any of our chairs. So it only has one way that the furniture can go, and that's it. Luckily, we have a concrete pad under that room, so there's no wear on the joisting or anything like that because there isn't any. So what we have to do is we have to use a high sustainability pad in our carpeting, and it is a commercial pad like they use in hotels and hospitals and things like that. So, and when he got done with the carpet, you could not tell where there was ever a footpath or even where the chairs had set, and make those divots that are so hard to get out of your carpet. They were gone.
Nice. Megan says, Randy's triggered by Hallmark.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like Hallmark movies. My wife has been watching a new one, and every now and then I'll sit down and eat something. She'll be watching it, and she usually will turn it off. So if we're going to watch TV together, because that's her thing. I watch historical things and cartoons, and I don't make her watch those. But every now and then I'll be grabbing something to eat before I go to play or to an appointment or something, and I'll watch a little bit of it. And she's been watching this one here lately that is set in like Victorian England.
Ooh.
But it's all black people. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and well, nothing wrong with that except it's very historically inaccurate, so, but I don't say anything because I know she could care less about the historical inaccuracies. With me, it would drive me nuts. Speaking of historical inaccuracies and accuracies, I watched Shogun on Hulu. The first 2 episodes. A new one dropped last night, but I haven't seen it yet. It is awesome. So far, they're doing a really, really, really good job on it.
And it's historically accurate. The opening scene, apparently, they pee on a guy's head.
They do, and then they boil another one. I was wondering if they would include that. It was such a big part of the James Clavell story that, they humble the Blackthorn character. He's so arrogant, this English guy. I'm here and blah, blah, blah. And there was pretty much that conquering attitude from England. And Portugal was already in Japan, prolific throughout Japan, but they were trying to pretty much take over the country, and that historically, Portugal and Spain had signed a treaty where they split up the entire world. And they said, you can claim anything in this area and we'll claim anything in this area that we find and conquer. Japan was part of Portugal, so they were working on taking that over through the religious leaders, through the Jesuit monks. And they really had an agenda on both controlling trade and the political climate. And when England found out about that, they let the Japanese leadership know about that, which caused them to completely kick Portugal out of the country. and then work up a trade deal with England. That led to the Meson period. And this is the story of that told through fictional characters, but
The more you know.
so that, what else? The Napoleon story. If you're going to watch that on Apple TV, it's finally available without having to pay $25 extra. Stupid.
Mhm.
They take a 25, 30-year career of Napoleon, the Napoleonic Wars, and cram it into that 2.5-hour movie or so.
Mm-hmm.
And they skip so much. So they don't even address the Spanish campaign, which was arguably the biggest
That's like the
part
biggest. Yeah.
of Napoleon's career. That's where all the British wars. It's just, he's fighting. He becomes well known in France. He goes to Egypt. He stands in front of the Sphinx. Then he goes into Russia. Oh, it gets cold. They have to come back home. Then they send him to Elba. Then he comes back, and suddenly he's fighting against Wellington, who is the British general who defeated him at Waterloo.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time they show him in the story is at Waterloo.
Wow.
So they tell, and a lot of the story is centered around his relationship with Josephine,
Mm-hmm.
who, he had to divorce because she couldn't produce a child for him, but also about her myriad of affairs that she had and just their really, really weird dynamic between the two of them.
So was it good or not?
Yeah, it was good, and I see why it won all the Golden Globes and everything that it did. Film-wise, epic. Guy gets his head blown off. The first thing out at the Battle of Toulon, south of France. British had controlled this port in France for a long time, and they were trying to take it back over, but they couldn't. And he said, the problem is you're trying to fight the British Navy from on land. You can't. They've got too many cannon. He said, but if you'll take the fort at Toulon, then you can have control of the port. And when he was charging in on that, his horse gets hit by a cannonball and guts just go everywhere. So it's very violent, very graphic. I know, but I was like, ah! I actually yelled when I saw it. And there's numerous times, of course, it's during the guillotine craze. So there's a lot of, they cut off Marie Antoinette's head at the very beginning of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and hold it up, and you see her eyes twitching a little bit still from it, And so very, very graphic violence. Of course, it's a war movie. It's no worse than, say, Braveheart, which is very graphic. Have you seen Braveheart?
No.
Oh, my gosh. Put that on the list. How have you not seen Braveheart?
Randy, why do you keep asking that? Like, old hat.
My gosh. That's what we're watching this Friday. Wow.
Where do you watch it at?
I don't know. Probably showing it out in your backyard this weekend.
It's that popular?
Yeah.
I still want to watch Good Will Hunting.
That's not that great. I can't believe you've never seen Braveheart.
No. Never.
Wow.
See, Tiffany hasn't seen it either. It's not just me. All right, we got 15 seconds. Doing a sec here.
I don't know if it is available anywhere. Yes, it's free everywhere. It's on Paramount. It's free on Roku. It's free on Pluto. It's free on Prime.
Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Here's Bailey Zimmerman.
On KIX 102.5.
Carolyn says, I haven't seen it either.
Yeah,
Man.
everybody needs to see it because it's freedom! And there's some lovable characters. It's really, Mel Gibson was a big actor, but this is what drove him into superstar status, this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a love story, but it's also, they get some things wrong, but they get a lot of stuff historically right, too. Yeah, we're watching that.
Okay.
The King Edward Longshanks, that whole story.
Thanks.
This is about Scotland's subjugation by the British government and King Edward, I forget which Edward he was, but he was, they called him Longshanks. and about the uprising in the countryside led by William Wallace. And he did not defeat or overthrow the British or throw their rule off, but he did succeed in some pretty major campaigns that bloodied the English's nose. They captured him, and I'll let you find out the rest of the story. But it was later, the Scottish ruler, I can't remember his name, that became the king.
Steve.
No, it wasn't.
Frank.
Shut up. You'll find out.
We have Forrest at this break.
What are we doing here?
Good. Randy will go to your house and watch it. Sounds great. Thanks for the invite.
Oh, it would be awesome on my home theater system.
Yeah, he's got a cool setup.
Last night we were watching Fargo, and I don't know what they did in that movie, but there is some really, really well mixed sound on that. And so at one scene, this girl, she had a police radio going, and it's playing on one of our side speakers. You could hear the radio going off, and I was like, "Is that your phone?" I thought. And
That's
then
cool.
Another time we heard the phone ringing, and I swore that Gina's phone was sitting over on that side of the living room. It was over on this side, and I'm like, "Why is your phone over there?" She goes, "It's not my phone. It's the sound system."
Mm-hmm.
It really is amazing. You hear stuff all around you in our house, wherever it is in the spectrum of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
That's where you hear it.
Cool. Here we go.
And it sounds so real.
Ba da ba da ba ba da ba ba ba. Da na 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 na.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 749.
Partly sunny and breezy today with highs nearing 80. It's 66 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in just 11 minutes.
And in the next hour, we want to hear your fired stories.
Yeah, that should have been fired because you did something so ridiculous, or the time that you got fired in epic fashion.
You can call or text to tell us those stories at 623-1025.
So it's the beginning of the week. I guess we're just going to have to deal with it, right?
Oh, boy. It's Monday. Aren't you excited? It's the promise of a new week.
No. The only thing I am excited about is the fact that next week will be the first official day of spring. The time change is happening this weekend. Can you believe that?
Oh, my gosh. Already?
Yeah, so we're getting closer to warmer weather. We saw some evidence of that yesterday. It was so nice, but I did not want the weekend to end.
I didn't either. I wanted to stay outside and enjoy the weather, but it's the start of the week, and it's time to embrace it, I guess.
Start of the weekend. I hate it.
Wake up, it starts with alarm clock blasting right next to my head, getting me up out of bed. Brain isn't quite awake, jump into the shower. I need some caffeine, brew a pot of coffee, giving me energy, start my day. I have to sit in traffic on a bad route commute, wishing I was sitting on my couch on Saturday, but I gotta make a living at a 9 to 5. Need caffeination, stimulation, alert, clean shirt, gotta go to work. It's the start of the week and I hate it. It's the start of the week and I hate it. It's the start of the week and I hate it. Be there by 9.
It's Morning KIX with Randy and Jen on the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
It sounded like it was in mono because the only stereo that we get is off of the effects, and there were minimal effects on that.
I have mail coming today. What is it? Do you get the mail emails?
Gina does. Oh, speaking of, so we went down to Mahangardine's birthday. Can I show pictures?
Yeah. Well, it's on my information.
Oh, where is it? Where is it? There we go. So we got this one picture of me and him both almost identical poses.
Aw.
We spent a lot of time playing on the swings and everything while they were decorating for the party beforehand. So they had it at a church there in the town that they live in. There's Gina and her grandma.
And how old is Mangading now?
He's 4.
4.
So they did a piñata, and his dad held the piñata with a stick, and I'm like,
that's brave.
So this is frosting.
What kind of cake did he have, or cupcakes?
Yeah, birthday cupcakes.
Oh, okay. Helpful.
This is him blowing out his candle, his cupcake.
Oh.
And there's the Spider-Man cupcake. Everything's Spider-Man right now. And there he is opening his presents with Mom and Dad.
Did you get some good stuff?
Got tons of stuff. I was like, that's the way to do it. Throw a party and invite hundreds of people, and you get lots of toys. So they had prayer before they ate and everything. Oh, and we also got our freezer filled.
Holy cow. Yeah, you did.
So Gina went to the store yesterday, which she only does about once every couple of weeks. And I asked her, I said, how much did you spend? Because I'm telling Jim we're saving all this money and everything. I want to know how much are we actually how much are we still spending? So she bought about $130, $150 worth of stuff at the store. Maybe it's $180. And I'm like, holy cow, that doesn't seem like savings. And she goes, well, a vast majority of that is toiletries, house cleaning stuff, makeup, and junk. So I said, well, let's add up how much the groceries did we spend. $70 is what we spent on groceries. So
that'll last you how many weeks?
Probably 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Probably. About that. So we probably spend still about $140, $150 a month on groceries that we buy from Walmart. So combine that with the $80, $85 that we're spending that's how much our bill is.
It's still cheaper.
Yeah, it still is. And the food is so much better. I mean, if you look down through there at the stuff that we've got, all the steaks, those are sweet potato fries.
Ooh, yummy.
Potato puffs, onion rings. I'm not sure what that is. More onion rings, sausage. Those are the garlic cheese bread that we get. Vegetables. There's those hot dogs in there. Hash browns. A lot of those.
Mm-hmm.
Over here on the door, there's filet mignon.
Ooh.
That's Philly cheesesteak, more steaks down here. So, yeah. And it's crammed full once again.
And that'll last you how long?
6 months.
Wow. Jimmy says probably 2 bags for $150. 2 bags of what?
Correct. Nope, she's just leaving. Like, what'd I say wrong? 2 bags of what? So, anyway, we also got our taxes done. And
food.
For $150.
Probably $150 for 2 bags.
She's saying that's all.
Yeah.
No, it's more than that. And the thing she bought was like our chips, some fresh fruit that she likes, apples, bananas, dairy, cheese, that kind of stuff was what she bought with that. Also, we got our taxes back over the weekend, so we knew how much we were going to have to pay in. And out of our savings that we had left over, I bought the new guitar. So that's my new telly. It is coming from France right now. It's being shipped from Avignon, south of Paris.
Pretty.
And is going to take probably another year to get here. So when it gets here from France, which I think she said the rep from it's being shipped from this very exclusive collectible guitar dealership in Paris.
Ooh.
So this is the cheapest guitar they have. They have a 1950s Les Paul for $22,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff they normally sell.
Yeah.
They only sell collectible, rare
Drink.
vintage guitars. Yes, you better chug on this one because rare vintage collectible guitars. This is one of 500 was made. It's the 60th anniversary, Fender 60th anniversary Telebration Telly.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I'm getting it. It's the only one they made with gold hardware.
Ooh.
All the rest have silver hardware.
It's
So
fancy.
it was the special display, the one that Fender took with them to all the shows.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Thank you, Carolyn. Have a great day.
they're supposed to ship it out on Wednesday, which means it'll probably get to the U.S. by Friday or Saturday of next week. Then it has to sit in port for
Oh, yeah. It's got to
5 days, I think. So
Mhm.
if it gets there by Saturday, let me look at the calendar because I'm
Are you
trying
going
to
to have
see.
it by Easter?
That's my big thing. So I think it'll probably get here by Saturday. It'll probably be shipped to me on the 16th from the port. I will probably get it by the 20th is what I'm predicting.
Mhm.
They haven't put there's tracking already on it, but they have no expected ship date yet.
Yet.
So I'm thinking the 20th, 21st, that will be just in time. Rehearsals start the next week for Easter. And then immediately the week after I start for JQH Arena.
You're well hydrated now, Kathy.
And I also bought
Maybe,
my
depending on what you were drinking.
laptop. I bought a little mini laptop for the FM9. We're gonna go back in where I'm going on stage today with one of the other guitar players is going to come and give me his ear, and he's like a tone master. He's really, really good at this stuff, way better than I am. And he's promised to come help me this afternoon, and we're going to work and see if we can't at least get a little closer to.
Has anyone else been watching the Eagles over the weekend? No confirmed Pip
Okay.
yet.
Listen.
Five. Partly sunny and breezy today with highs nearing 80. A slight chance of storms tonight with lows in the upper 40s. Still a chance of storms for tomorrow with highs in the mid 60s. And then Wednesday, partly sunny skies, highs nearing 67.
KIX 102.5 Storm Tracker radar showing some clouds over the 4 states.
68 in Grove, 65 in Pittsburgh, 67 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
So today we're talking about your got fired stories. Either the way you got fired in epic fashion
Or when you should have been fired.
because you did something so boneheaded.
You can call or text and tell us your stories at 623-1025.
Here's Dustin Lynch
It's Riding Roads.
on the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Your witchy clothes will be here today for the convention in April. Yay. I haven't bought anything yet. I still think the witches' hats would be fun.
Okay, so we're going to have to take some time and get information from some of the people on on the live stream that are having trouble with texting.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this together. Okay, so who all's having trouble with the texting? We know that Jimmy is.
Tiffany is. Melissa.
Okay, let's go one at a time because I've got to write down all the information and everything for them. It's so stupid that I'm having to do this, but
How are we supposed to find out everyone's carriers unless we specifically?
we're going to have to specifically ask.
That means we'd have to call them because we can't text.
That's right, because we can't see. So I'm just going to put together a bunch here because Jimmy, your carrier's AT&T. Did she say that?
I believe so. Let me scroll up and I'll tell you for sure.
Did Megan say she wasn't getting it?
I don't think Megan shows up. Okay, Jimmy didn't say.
Okay.
Will
What's Will's last name?
Miller.
Who?
Miller. It might be John
What's his
Miller.
number? I need their name, their number, and their carrier.
He's AT&T. Look up John Miller. 417.
Hold on. One at a time. I'm sorry. I'm in the process of first going through the messages, seeing if I can see anybody else. There's Megan's.
She says hers is hit and miss.
Let's just say it's not working. Who's your carrier, Megan? I mean, it's an unrealistic ask. Saying, give us the names and numbers of everyone having problems. No.
There's no way.
Let me see if I can look them up. Member database.
Megan's Verizon. Thank you, Tiffany. Thanks, Kathy. Tiffany is Verizon. Oh, yeah. Do you want me to find it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Top right corner under compose message.
Oh, okay. It's under messages. When you go to members data, search messages.
Because those will be the ones from today that I know for sure.
Is Tiffany's name spelled weird?
No. Tiffany. I see it right here.
Not pulling it up for me.
Do you have show contests?
Here we go.
I don't know why it started doing that. It's very annoying. We're working down the list, Dorinda. We got you. You'll get on there. Yep.
Tiffany, you have AT&T?
Verizon.
Verizon. Will.
He's under John Miller. If you type Miller, he'll pop up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's AT&T. He commented a little while ago. Dorinda. And Kathy. Dorinda's.
Does she have a weird name on hers?
Dorinda, will you text us real quick if you can? You too, Kathy. I don't know what your name is under.
Catherine Lord. I got her. Kathy's is AT&T?
Kathy is AT&T, yes. Oh, Jimmy's another one. She's U.S. Cellular.
Jimmy Stryker?
Yep.
We already got her. I didn't know she was U.S.
Yep, she just clarified for us.
Waiting on Dorinda.
Morning, Lisa. Happy Monday. All right, 10 seconds, Randy. Where I do the seg here.
KIX 102.5, the four states number one for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Partly sunny and breezy today with highs nearing 80. It's 67 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes. We're still wanting to know, though, your got fired stories.
Either the epic time that you were fired or, the time that you should have been fired.
Because you did something so boneheaded or so crazy, but you didn't get fired.
623-1025 to text or call.
Or you can tell us on Facebook
Here's Luke Combs.
on KIX 102.5. Scheduled that stupid.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, Dorinda's AT&T.
Dorinda is AT&T, yes. Melissa's another one.
Melissa.
She hasn't texted us today, though.
Melissa, can you text us real quick?
I haven't seen Melissa on this morning.
Yeah, maybe. That's a pain in the butt when you go to member database. You can't search. What?
Yeah, you can.
Where? Oh, keyword. Okay.
You have to switch it to first name or last name and then type in Melissa. Hit enter. Give it a second. And she is right there at the very bottom.
Okay, I'm clicking on first name. Click on first name. Why?
We got it, Dorinda. Thank you.
Oh, you have to pull it down over here. I was trying to click over the top of the heading. Doing it really weird when it pastes.
Of course it is.
I'm just going to write it in.
Sheila, does it work for you when you text? I feel like Sheila was telling us it wasn't working for her at one point. Did you get the Morgan girl that texted?
Oh, yes, I did. And I know we've had other people say, I didn't get a response back, but it's not showing me those texts. When I go to, oh, wait, maybe if I go within the last month and then hit show contest and put in keyword text.
So we're supposed to start asking.
Another one.
Do we need to start asking our contest winners then, I guess? Did you get a text back?
Stupid that we are the ones having to fix it. I'm not a technician. I'm going back through.
How are the puppies today?
Oh, I just found. Here, guys. Apparently, try this. I'm going to share a link here. And I want somebody who's having trouble texting, like Dorinda or somebody, to click that button, that link. No, never mind. Don't do it.
Don't click that.
That's for specifically. So it generates a link for each person to put in their information and everything to accept them, for them to accept messages from us. That was for one person in particular.
Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 814.
We're one to hear your fired stories.
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Or tell us on Facebook.
Here's Chris Stapleton.
On KIX 102.5. Ooh, I like the new profile picture, Megan.
So it generates this code, and then you fill out this information. That was for a particular person. I found that in one of the recent search histories, and I thought, oh, maybe everybody could just click that link. No, it just takes you to hers. So
Right.
never mind. Don't click that. That's her information. I found 2 or 3 others. Sharon Lankford, I put in there. She wasn't able to get them.
Trying. I'm going back within the last month to see if anyone's texted saying they haven't gotten a response.
Weird text box. Gosh, what are you doing? And of course, uh, who else are we waiting
Trying to see.
on? Gosh, what is wrong with Gmail?
Here we go, 3 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunny and breezy today with highs in the upper 70s at 67 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 5 minutes.
But we're talking about your fired stories, either the time that you got fired or you should have been fired.
623-1025 to tell us yours. You can text us there or call and tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
What's the most epic way that you ever got fired? Yeah. What about you? What's the time you either should have been fired or got fired for something?
Have you ever been fired, or do you have an epic got fired story?
And I want to know what that plan is.
The bacon plant.
How do you fertilize a bacon plant?
You don't want to know, Randy.
Tell us about the time you should have been fired or that you got fired in epic fashion.
You can call or text us at 623-1025.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
Dorinda says, I tried it, did nothing. That's because it was for somebody named Francis.
What?
Tried the link, I guess.
Yeah, no, I don't try the link.
Don't try the link.
And I told him, I was like, we're doing a show. Supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you feel like sending puppy pictures, Megan,
And I need the
go for it.
people.
I need the people too.
And as for not telling everybody, well, too late. It's so crazy, the numbers on the weekend watch list. I just can't get over that.
I mean, it's grown consistently. I feel like it's gotten more and more interaction. We're constantly getting alerts now. Your reel has 100 views. And then a few minutes later, your reel has 500 views. Your reel has 1,000 views.
Meanwhile, there's anything that drives away from Facebook. 3 likes. 3 likes.
Yeah.
3 likes.
If I had to guess, they're pushing the stuff that's they're pushing the stuff that's staying on Facebook more so.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Especially the reels because they want the video stuff.
That's always been a thing, but
I mean, the coolest it's going to get this week, Megan, is 50.
are you sure?
Yeah.
I had heard mid-30s on Tuesday night. Now it's saying 48.
I was hot last night.
Yeah, we had the air conditioning on.
I didn't want to turn it on yet. I was like, turn on the fans. We're not doing this yet.
We went for a walk yesterday evening with Bella and came back, and then I had some coffee, and on top of that, I'm like, it's too hot in here.
Mm-hmm.
So just trying to get it down to a reasonable temperature.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for dinner tonight. I am making this garlic parmesan crock pot chicken pasta thing.
Nasty.
Oh no, it's going to be so good.
Gross.
Mm.
We're going to a friend's house for dinner this weekend. I'm excited about the chef lady.
The chef lady.
The one that went to Mexico with us.
Oh yeah. Yep, blowing in those April showers. Can you tell that I spent some quality time on my skin last night? I haven't done that in a hot minute, and I feel like my skin looks so much happier this morning.
Well, it's a good effort.
Thank you. I had my bedroom window open, heater off, just windows open. Yeah, we had a bunch of windows open too. It was wonderful. And the kids were playing in the hose yesterday, which turned into making a mud pile, which turned into them completely covered in mud.
They played out in the hose? It's too cold for that.
Oh my gosh, they loved it. They had so much fun.
Crazy.
It was great. We had, the dogs outside, the kids, and Kyle and I.
I mean, going on the walk, I wore shorts. Shut up, Megan.
How short were your shorts?
Shut up, Jen. They were normal length.
What's normal length to you?
Mid-thigh.
Mid-thigh?
Yeah, I don't wear grandpa down to your knee shorts. Those are ridiculous.
Why not?
Because they're ridiculous.
I think you should.
Nobody wears them like that.
I think you probably should.
Only nursing homes.
No, thank you, Megan. Chris comes home so tired from fighting the wind. Oh,
Megan.
I bet. And that truck.
I'll finish.
Don't you do it. What are you doing with your head?
It's a nervous twitch I have.
It's like when the peacock does, not a peacock. Like, what is it, cockatoo? They kind of do this little head thing. Trying to fight you. Me and my daughter played tag in some hay bales, and she said that was her favorite part of her day. I love that.
How bad was the rest of her day?
No.
No.
It's not like
just
that.
Right there.
The boy and I went to a carnival on Friday night, and he loved having the one-on-one time because Kyle was sick. Hello, strep and flu.
I will. I'll dare.
Which he's finally going back to work today.
Finally.
He was miserable. I was really worried about him. Fever and pale for days. Mr. Clean bobblehead. So yeah, the boy and I went to the carnival together, and then Beans went and had dinner with a friend at Pizza Ranch. See if I have the pictures.
We just went and worked out on Friday. Then came home and collapsed. I knew Saturday was going to be a long day. And my vehicle sound system. Murr.
There was a photo booth there.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like a school carnival?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm only showing you the pictures. Since bald is triggering.
My
Mr. Clean now.
stereo in my truck has just, it's blown. So what I'm going to do is take my Bluetooth speaker and plug in the vehicle and just keep it in there for a while.
That would drive my ears crazy, though.
It was so bad. I'm trying to listen to my audiobook, and it was like,
Yikes. Your poor car
can't
speaker.
understand anything. It's just all mids, and it's just the cones about blown out of the speakers. They're not very stout in the first place, you know, your stock speakers. And after listening to
Isn't that in the teapot song, Stout? The
short
words-
and stout.
Short and stout. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. There you go. There's where my brain goes.
Pouring it out.
How does it go? I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
Here is my handle. Here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me. You're sad.
Is that how it goes,
Yes.
really?
Actually, an allegorical story about the plague. You know that, don't you?
No, it's not.
I'm a little steampot feverish, short and stout.
You're just making stuff.
Mongoloidism.
There's no way.
No, it is.
I know Ring Around the Rosie is about the plague. Tiffany says, my kids started singing and dancing when y'all started singing. That's adorable, Tiffany.
Okay, we have now given phone numbers and carrier information for some of them. They can look into this.
But that's such a
see
small
if something
portion.
happens. I know. It's just
I hate
there's
that.
a large amount of,
My grandma used to ding that when she made us hot
Listeners.
tea.
but that's the only ones we can make contact with. I guess we could just go into the database and call everybody and say, "Hey, are you getting text messages back from us?"
No, that's
Spend a couple
Asinine.
of days doing that.
if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap
Spank
your
your
hands.
booty.
If you're happy and you know it, and you
There's
really
just
want to show it.
188.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
There's just 188 of them.
No, that's terrible. I knew that one. I don't know why I couldn't think of how Little Teapot went. What do you call that song? I'm a Little Teapot?
I don't call it anything, Jen. I don't
What's-
refer to that.
What's the one about the little candle?
No, you don't sing that on the air. That's inappropriate. Probably something blowing it out or something.
Something
No.
about the
No, don't do
little
it.
candle light. Oh my gosh, how does that one go?
Little light of mine.
This little light of mine.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Church camp girl.
I'm going to let it shine. I don't remember how that goes either.
Let it shine,
Let it shine. How's it go?
Put it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine.
Did you do this thing
Cover
right?
A bushel. Won't let it out. Yeah, all that.
You know it.
That doesn't mean that I should.
Jack be
sing.
nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over the
Okay,
candlestick.
here we go.
Wow, they all tried doing it together. And the way that it posted.
Jack be, Jack be, Jack be, Jack be. Do it, Jack. Come on.
Come on, Jack.
Get your Jack.
Oh my gosh. That was funny, guys. Thank you for the laugh.
There is a story we have, and I can't use it on the Oh No You Didn't news, but I can tell you guys about it, I guess. That cops were called to a home in Herne, Germany after the neighbors complained of a barking dog. So they heard groans coming from inside.
Groans?
And so they broke down the door to find a 66-year-old man and his dog, a Jack Russell breed.
So those are fairly little.
Yeah, the guy was in bad shape, though, bleeding from his
His business?
business. Or rather, what used to be his business. His business was gone.
What happened to
So
him?
he was rushed to the hospital. They placed the guy in an artificial coma, so the cops don't know exactly what happened yet, but they theorize that the dog was the cause of the man's injuries.
Did the dog have blood on its muzzle or
Yes,
something?
the business was gone, and they presume it was eaten.
The dog ate the man's business.
Wiener was schnitzeled.
Randy. I'm going to guess that guy was doing something he shouldn't have been doing.
Are they sure he
And
ate it? I mean, a lot of us have cats, and they know they like to hide things in your shoes.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Uh-uh.
I bet they revive him and he says, "Oh my gosh, put me back in the coma."
Yeah, the dog loves weenies.
You know, whatever story he tells the cops, that is not going to be what really happened.
Oh, there's no way.
Maybe the dog's name was Joey Chestnut.
Oh,
Maybe.
We got to do with
Who's a bad dog? That's right, you are. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 833.
And wanting to hear your fired stories.
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Here's Scotty McCreery.
On KIX.
Oh, bless. Oh, bless, bless, bless. Leave that poor dog alone. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, wow, 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 wow.
So, what's your biggest challenge to being an adult? Waking up for work. So our production leader yesterday did not show up.
Overslept. Whoops.
We went ahead and started rehearsals without him. They're like, we're checking in to see what he's not answering his phone. So they begin to get worried. So they sent someone over to his house, pounded on the door enough, and he got up finally.
Was he okay?
Yeah. Well, they're in the process of moving, and they're planning their wedding too, which is happening in a month or so. And for whatever reason, they had to be out of town. They didn't get in until about 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh,
then would have had to got up at 5. Hi there, Morning KIX.
Okay, so the topic for today is fired stories and then what we've done to get fired.
Or your most epic got fired. You got fired in epic fashion, or you should have been fired but weren't because of something you did. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's one that got me fired.
What happened?
Well, we had this guy. It was when I worked at McDonald's when I was in high school. I was an overnight manager. And we had a gentleman who would come in every single night, order the same thing, and claim he didn't like the food we had prepared, and then they would throw it back at our building, and I'd have to go and clean it up.
Yeah.
Every night.
Finally, one night, I got fed up with the guy coming in every night at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m., and I let my coworkers just have fun and do whatever they wanted.
And you got fired for that?
Well, they kind of went a little too gruesome.
Oh.
Wait, what'd they do?
Imagine that. What'd they do? You got 50 seconds.
They checked off in.
What? No!
Rubbed his suit all over their ass.
Enjoy.
Don't piss off the people handling your food.
Right. Thanks for calling. I hope you guys didn't hear that.
I did not think that was where that story was going to go.
That's a creamy milkshake. You okay?
We gotta go.
It's a Miyagi milkshake. Here she goes.
No.
Oh, let's wait until we're on the air. And KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Partly sunny and breezy this afternoon with highs nearing 80. It's 67 in Joplin.
And we're talking about your most epic got fired story, the time you got fired in epic fashion or should have been fired for something you did.
You can call or text to let us know at 623-1025.
What about you? What should you have been fired for?
I was actually fired for my job, but they just didn't fire me the day they were planning on doing it because it was my birthday. And I walked in with a birthday cake that my wife had made me. They were planning on firing me that day. They realize it was my birthday, so they waited till Friday.
What you should have done is come in with a birthday cake every day. You know,
Oh,
I mean,
you
that's,
couldn't
that's
have
a
done
Randy.
that.
He comes in
Nobody
every
would have
day with
believed
one.
that
But
if
he
you
does,
did
yeah.
that. You can't get away with that. That would be ridiculous.
Then they can't fire you if you keep bringing him cake.
Or if you keep having birthdays.
What is your epic got fired story?
Well, we had a Christmas party a few years back,
Oh, boy.
and there was about 50 people there, women and men included.
Uh-huh.
And they give me a Christmas present of a pink teddy.
A pink teddy, let me guess.
Somebody said put it on.
I knew it.
I stripped down naked, and I put this pink teddy on.
Oh, my gosh. Let me guess. Was there a little alcohol involved here?
There would have been a tad.
A tad, a bit.
Yeah. Let me guess. You modeled a teddy and your boss thought it was hilarious.
Until Monday morning.
There were pictures taken, huh?
I think so.
You know what? We would be very interested in seeing those if you still got them.
I don't think I'm going to go with them.
Going to just leave those in that file over there marked human resource.
I mean, if you wanted to message them to us, though, our inbox is
no,
open.
I don't want to see that. I'm trying to eat breakfast.
What is your epic got fired story?
Well, I was working for a delivery company, and I had to deliver to a nursing home.
Uh-huh.
And when I pulled up, should have parked outside, but I tried to pull up underneath the awning, and I got the box truck stuck up underneath the awning.
Oh, my God.
And it cost over $10,000 to fix it, but I kept my job. I don't understand how, but goodness I did.
Should have been fired.
Do you have a should have been fired or got fired story?
I know someone that tried to take off with something pretty expensive.
What was it?
He was trying to take a customer's car.
Say what?
He got into an argument with the boss, and the boss fired him there on the spot. He walked back out into the shop, got in the car, and tried to drive off with it.
What?
Luckily, it was an Enterprise car with OnStar, and they cut the engine through OnStar.
So, well, lucky for that, I guess. Might want to examine that whole interview process before hiring.
Tell us your epic got fired story.
Or should have been fired story.
You can call or text 417-623-1025.
Or tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 States #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Have a good one, Tiffany.
They actually bought remote promos? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's awesome. That's the way more businesses ought to do. Charge them for that airtime.
Mm-hmm.
Station I used to work at made us do these for free.
So did the old company.
I don't like that. I mean, if it was a station event, I could see doing it for free, but if it's for the business, then I think they ought to have to pay for that.
Yep. Have a good one, Tiffany. Kathy says, I worked for a store and was brought into one of the sister stores where they proceeded to fire the entire staff. I was brought in as a new assistant manager. That stinks.
Could have given you the live broadcast music.
That was the bed we had for Tractor Supply.
Oh, that's their music.
Mm. There's not a pip yet. Come on, I want to see a pip. Pip Watch 2024.
Yep.
Pip Watch 2024.
Pip.
Pip. For the Eagles at Big Bear Valley. Where have you been?
Pip.
Pip. Pip is a short word for pipping, the first hole the eaglet makes from inside the egg.
We got your eagle hole right here. Okay, things you can't do as an adult. Go to bed on time.
Yes.
Think of something to cook for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Not have any free time. There was always something that needs to be done.
Have a great day, Kathy. We'll see you later.
Thing you can't do as an adult, finish anything. I pay a bill, and next month I had to pay it again, fix the house, and next month it's the plumbing, replace the timing belt, and next week it's the alternator.
Never ends.
Not get behind on yard work. Bought my first home last October. I didn't care for the yard immediately. Now there's tons of weeds, and it's out of control. You got to mow once a week at least. You have a lawnmower?
Mm-hmm. Kyle loves to mow.
You have a mower?
Yeah. He loves mowing.
Well, that's weird. Challenges of being an adult. Cannot keep my place clean. Cannot put clean laundry away.
Oh my gosh, Megan. That's a ton. Also, my kids have that same red and white boat. Aside from the trucks, I love your view.
Truss?
Trucks.
Oh, the trucks.
Trucks full of chicken poop.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all these people who, being an adult, they all sound like they just got out of college.
It's very possible.
My wife's hometown, West Plains, Missouri.
Phone drinking.
Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Morning, Randy. How are you doing?
Good, Joe. What's up?
Hey, threatened to get fired story.
Yeah.
What you got?
My boss and I had birthdays one day apart.
Uh-huh.
We had this tradition on our birthday, kind of a company-wide thing. On somebody's birthday, you hit them through a 5-gallon bucket of water on them. So, boss come in a bad mood on his birthday. I don't know what happened.
Oh, no.
He was smoking hot. He walked in there, threw the door open, slammed it against the wall.
Ooh.
Bucket comes down.
And as soon as he walked out, I looked at all my padres. I said, hey, guys, guess what? He's getting soaked today.
So you dumped water on him, but he didn't fire you for that?
So we all got together, put some money together, and we bought him a great big birthday cake. Tried to cheer him up.
Right.
We put it in the middle of the break room. He walked in and seen that birthday cake. We all had gallons of water sitting behind him where he couldn't see it. And we poured water over him till he was soaked through his underwear.
So, and he didn't fire you?
He didn't fire me.
Well, you lucked out on that one, Joe. Thanks, man.
Hey, I got another one if you got time.
Well, we're running out of time. We got our break coming up. We'll catch you later.
Bye, Joe.
He takes a while to tell the story.
He does.
What are we talking about?
You're saying something about West Plains.
Oh, yes. So, the town where my wife grew up, West Plains, Missouri, is considered one of the central points for the eclipse that's going to be happening.
Ooh.
Their hotels are already completely full up. They're anticipating some 200,000 people to converge on this town.
Wow.
Of 15,000 people. It's a little bitty small town. And they're having a huge parade that's booked for it and everything, all during the eclipse. It's ridiculous what's happening. And they're not even in the central path. I mean, they are in the central path, but they are not the central point. Poplar Bluff is more the central point. So I thought we were going to be right in the most central area. We're not.
I mean, we're still pretty close, though.
We're outside of it. I mean, we will see it. You'll be able to see it. It's not cloudy and everything. But it will be black as night in that area. It'll be dark here, but not dark. It will be nighttime dark where they are.
That's cool.
If you look at the path,
yes. Let me know when, Megan. We would love to.
Here it is. You can see the area that's affected. Well, that's the Texas path. Dallas will be right in it. This is the northeastern. Okay, where's the central? That's Kentucky, Ohio. Here, you can see it right here. Open image in. How about that?
There we go.
So you can see how we're right over here. And this is the central area. So West Plains is right about here. Poplar Bluff is right over there. Russellville, Arkansas, Conway, Arkansas, those are right along this red line area. So we're right outside it a little ways. So it'll take longer for us to get vaporized than it will those areas.
Wait a second. Oh, what is she doing? Jackie's up. She's pruning the nest that phone drinking. Is there a pip?
Pip,
pip, pip,
pip, pip, pip, pip, pip, pip, pip, pip, pip, pip. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Hey, are you guys still doing the crazy excuses or reasons why you get fired?
Yes. What's your got fired story?
We gotta go back in time to 1985.
Well, you've got 1 minute and 40 seconds to tell me for our break, so hurry.
Well, I started a new job. The man said I had to take the drug test, and it was like, okay, so I take the drug test. He goes, fire me, and I asked why. He says I failed the drug test, and I told him I don't take drugs, and he says you failed for marijuana, and I said marijuana's not a drug, and so that's why I got fired.
Well, I guess if the company had a policy against marijuana, that would justify it.
I reckon so.
Right? Thanks for calling.
Day.
You bet. Have a good day.
I believe marijuana does constitute a controlled substance, so it is
Beep, beep,
considered
beep,
a
beep, beep,
drug.
beep.
Oh, boy.
I just want to see a pip. I got a basketball game tomorrow.
You're going to lose.
Rude.
You've not been working on your defense, and your free throw
That's what you
sucks.
sucks.
Okay. Okay. I love that.
It's too.
And that one picture I sent with Sato and him.
No. No. No.
So tomorrow we're going to be talking about what invention do you think we could have all lived without? We would have been better off without it. Social media?
Maybe.
I'm thinking so. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Partly sunny and breezy today with highs nearing 80. It's 67 in Joplin.
And we've got the Morning KIX takeover starting in just 5 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and go vote for the songs that you want to hear this morning.
So we're talking about your epic got fired stories.
Either you got fired or you should have been fired for something.
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Do you have an epic got fired story or should have been fired for something?
I actually was informed that I was losing my job on Halloween while I was dressed as a nun.
Try dealing with that guilt.
Yeah, good job confessing to that.
Did you get fired for something or should have been fired?
All right, so worked in a corporate setting, 3-piece suit every day.
Right.
And made the mistake of allowing the boss's wife to go ahead and seduce me on a drunken, adventure. After work one night. And he found out about it and confronted me in the office. And he's like, hey, listen, yeah, she's a Mary Magdalene. It happens. But you're a good hard worker. See you tomorrow. Have a day of R&R.
So blamed it on his wife.
Well, it does take 2 to tango.
It does. And I was intoxicated, and so was she. It happens.
Unfortunately.
But, yeah, definitely should have been fired for that one.
But
oh, my God.
Not.
What is your fired story or should have been fired story?
So I worked at a hotel. I used to let people stay for free.
Well, right on. If you ever decide to work at a hotel again, you and I need to talk.
That's right.
You just call Randy and Jen because we would love to stay for free.
Yes, we would.
Awesome. I'll give you guys a call if that happens again.
Some better deals than even Priceline.com or any of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get better deals than they can.
You stay for free.
Is there a time that you should have been fired or did get fired?
I fell asleep on the toilet and my supervisor found me.
Wait.
I didn't get fired. I was going pee and I fell asleep on the toilet and a supervisor caught me because I was snoring.
I once fell asleep right in the middle of a weather forecast. The guy had to lean over and bump me to get me to wake up and continue giving the forecast, and I didn't know where I was.
Nice.
Probably should have fired. How to tell when you're working too hard?
Is there a time that you should have been fired or you did get fired?
Ways people quit, right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't do it, but I worked for a tractor-trailer over-the-road company, and I got called to recover a semi that a driver had left.
Had just left somewhere?
Had just left it, but the kicker is he left it in a pond. And it gets worse.
The tow truck pulled the truck out of the pond, and we were loading it onto the trailer, and the tow truck driver said, you might want to get somebody to come in and clean this out.
Oh, no.
I looked in, and the sleeper berth of the semi was completely full of Walmart sacks that he had defecated and left in there.
He pooped in the Walmart bag and put him in the sleeper.
Yep.
They got to go somewhere.
Oh, no, that's nasty.
They
Don't go
gotta
there.
go somewhere.
No, not like that, though.
So tell us the time you should have been fired or you were fired in epic fashion.
You can text us 417-623-1025.
Or tell us on Facebook.
Morning Kicks Takeover just 2 minutes away.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Mega wants fishy face.
No.
Have a good day, Jimmy. I got a basketball game tomorrow.
You're going to lose. All right, so Morning Kicks Takeover's next. And tomorrow we'll talk about what you think we could have lived without, the invention we could have done without.
Mm-hmm.
Laser beams.
Laser beams?
No, I'm
yeah.
kidding.
Totally.
No, we're talking about things like texting or social media.
What's the one sheet that goes over your box springs and stuff, and it like hangs down off
the fitted sheet?
No, below that. It's
the
like,
ruffle, the bed ruffle?
Yes. We could have done without the bed ruffle.
I don't have one.
I don't either, because I think they're silly.
It's a dumb invention.
It's a dumb invention.
Dumb invention. Income tax is a dumb invention.
It is a dumb invention. We've already paid you taxes.
Yes. One tax, okay. Get that. But tax on this and 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 on the thing. I mean, we literally have now, your employer pays a tax on you, and then you pay on your income, and then you pay a tax on your, they get you everywhere they can. It's stupid. Government.
Sham, yes.
Huh?
Megan said sham.
Sham?
Is the name of
bed sham, yeah.
Luffy thing.
So what do you think we could have lived without? The invention we did not need and you wish we did not have. Tomorrow we'll talk about. So have a great rest of your Monday if that's at all possible.
Bye. We'll see you later.